The horror nights are continuing in this strange farmhouse. And boy, these reviews just keep getting better. This is Mega Man NG, and I welcome you guys to another TMNT 2012 Season 3 episode review. Today we talk about Episode 5, Season 3, In Dreams. Let us get started. I'll provide a summary as well as some of the main points. We gotta get this underway, shall we? It begins as Donatello is running away from something that is always a step ahead of him. Meanwhile, the other turtles are training until Leo suffers an injury, so he takes a nap hoping to heal. April and Casey, meanwhile, head to the store to get some supplies, and they encounter a strange owner who holds a weird book. If that's not enough, they return to find all four turtles are asleep, but not by choice. Deep within, the turtles are each facing trouble within their dreams, their worst fears. With the four still out, can April and Casey find a way to save their friends? Can they do so from the likes of some evil Dream Beavers? These horror film nods are still going, and I will admit I can know that the creators really do like horror films that much, but yeah, I have to wonder how long it's gonna last. In this case, this episode's premise shares similarities to Nightmare on Elm Street, with some having nods to the Evil Dead series, though pretty much its plot, since it has to involve people in dreams, and if they go down in dreams, they go down in real life. There are guest stars aplenty, and many of them are all horror icons. You have Bernie, the store owner, and he's voiced by Bill Moseley. Robert Englund and John Kassir each voice the Dream Beavers, while each of them voicing two of them. All three actors surprisingly have one thing in common, being horror icons. Bill Moseley was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger, of course it's obvious, and John Kassir is the Crypt Keeper. A collection of horror talent in a show like TMNT 2012. I can't go wrong with it, trust me, I really can't. And speaking of which, each of the nightmares that the turtles face represent their worst fears. Though my personal favorite is the Dread Beavers one, aka Raph's Nightmare. And Raph's Nightmare starts off simple enough, but then it gets really freaky really fast. Mikey, unfortunately, is without a doubt the weirdest. I mean, he doesn't seem the least bit afraid. He doesn't seem the least bit scared. In fact, he's more the least bit excited. I don't know why, but Mikey's mindset is just absolutely strange. It just is. Though while the turtles are away, this gives April and Casey the opportunity to shine in saving the turtles from these freaky evil beavers. Bernie, however, the store owner, pays nods to both Ash from Evil Dead and Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In the case of Ash, he's pretty much a store owner, similar to Ash in the first Evil Dead film. And in Leatherface with the chainsaw. In one scene when Casey is being chased by Bernie, the chainsaw has like a little line insert to family. Now that's freaky. And I'm reminded of that because I believe Leatherface pretty much had the same thing. The Dream Beavers, however, are also parallel to the TMNT. You have Dave, who is blue, you have Dark is red, Dire is purple, and Dread is orange. And we also get some backstory on the Dream Beavers and their true goal. Their true goal is to actually find a way to escape this world so that way they could rule it. If only they had any idea. Not to mention the book that Bernie always carries is similar to the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead. Now imagine if something like that was in the world of TMNT. Oh boy, mere words can't describe it. There were some favorite moments here and there. You have Mikey's dream sequence, which I still feel is actually the weirdest thing ever. I have to wonder why. I have to wonder what goes through Mikey's head with this thing. I'm not complaining. There was also Casey versus Bernie, the chase scene, and it all eventually leads up to a little realization and Bernie helping Casey out. And there's also the huge battle between the turtles and the Dream Beavers. And that battle was pretty much one-sided because they were in the dream world, and in the dream world, the Dream Beavers were actually a lot stronger. It isn't until the end when Casey decides if we can't stop them in the dream world, there's only one way they can. In the real world. So he pretty much smashes the thing inside the book that gets the turtles waking up and forces the Dream Beavers into the real world. And guess how they end up? As plushies. I personally felt that was a bit underwhelming and one of the bigger flaws that I have with the episode. The episode isn't that bad, it was alright. Not to mention that there's a running gag, shut up Dave. And that running gag is still like hilarious. Because I feel like, sure, Dave is being a bit fun in himself, but then the others get annoyed of his antics. I also should mention that in one scene, they're in the comic book form, and it's a nod to the Mirage comics. Don't worry, you guys are gonna get another nod of it like much later. But yeah, the episode was alright. It was okay, but it did have some flaws. But I like how they brought a lot of guest talent, especially in the horror department, and they delivered. They really did. The guys behind the show really gave us some good stuff. But with only 3 episodes left till their eventual return to New York, it's going to be interesting. My rating for it will be in the description below. I look forward to hearing from what you guys think in the comments, and I hope that you guys actually provide comments. I'm not getting much comments on my other videos, so what can you do? So anyway, that is going to be it for this part of TMNT 2012 episode review. You guys are getting another one tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys tonight with another review. This one, Race with a Demon. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. Booyakasha!